You ever finish scrolling, put your phone down, and just feel embarrassed? Like, what did I just watch? Why do I do this? Well, if that's the case, I got some tips for you I learned over time trying to fight those dopamine slot machines without putting on a tinfoil hat and hiding in my mom's basement. First thing you gotta do is find a way to eliminate exposure to short form content. I'm talking reels, shorts, TikToks, all those endless loops of crap. Second, arguably the most important intervention is you have to move most of your interactions and communications with people to messenger apps. You should let other people know that you use social media very sporadically now, and if they really want to reach you, they should do so through. And now you're picking a platform that's meant for communication only. Ideally, regular message, iMessage, but you can get away with WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Discord. You probably just don't want to use 10 different apps for the same thing. If you still have FOMO and want to keep the low effort opportunities to interact with people, you can still decide to use stories. Now, ideally, you would use stories on WhatsApp or Messenger where there are much less distractions, but I understand not many people actually use those features there, so you might have to still use Instagram. I know. Me, I don't have Instagram. I can't do that. I might be just old enough to get away with it though. Anyway, you think you can do it? Okay. You have to be very diligent with using the account for reacting to stories, posting stories here and there, basic communication, and that's it. You're conveniently staying in touch with people that you don't spend much time with. If you can create a separate account, a small private account for this purpose, I think that's even better because the algorithm doesn't really know you and doesn't show you as much content that you're going to waste time on. Now, this brings me to the timing. Even if you really don't want to miss anything and want to find a functional compromise, you should pick one part of your day when you're okay spending time going through content, ideally from people that you follow, care about, and want to see. If you plan to do this once a day, you shouldn't be missing any story and any important piece of content. You just pick a time, open the app, use it for that purpose, and delete it. Yes, you heard that right. No muting, turning off notifications. You're gonna delete the app and re-download it the next time that you agreed on, right? You don't use the app for time-sensitive communication because you already told everyone to message you if it's important. Deleting the app provides you just enough friction so you can catch yourself trying to kill time or fight boredom out of the previously set window, which means that you'll be saving hours of your time. Okay, YouTube can be a tricky one because I like YouTube and we are on YouTube right now. In my experience, as long as I consume long-form content, I get pretty solid recommendations. Now, there is the new tab called Your Custom Feed, which is pretty cool. You should try it out. And you have the tab that shows content from channels you actively subscribe to as well. I would also recommend having different accounts for different purposes because if you're like me, you might go through a rabbit hole tonight and on some topic and now you lose the recommendations on topics that you're normally interested in. You really just gotta stay away from shorts and be mindful of how much time you're spending on it and if it's serving you right. For example, if you're learning from it, if you're being able to relax, slow down, just whatever purpose you had in mind before opening the app. Because YouTube can bring a lot of value, but it can also be the same doom scrolling trap like the other platforms. Next, if you want more specific interactions and content, I would strongly consider using Reddit communities around your specific interests or even Facebook groups, even though that's a little trickier. But it seems to me that Reddit is still not completely infested with marketing products, influencers, and stuff. So let's say you're into hiking or cooking or cars. You join a couple communities, r slash whatever, and you can interact with real people, see some real content. Again, I would still try limiting this to 1 or maybe 2 times a day and then deleting the app, especially if you catch yourself spending more time there than you'd like. Last but not least, guys, if you want to invest some money to buy back your time and get quality content, you can also look into some platforms where you pay subscription and you get tailored content from the creators or some high quality news outlets. I'm not promoting anything, not making any cash here, but I think it's a very solid option if you have a couple bucks to spend to save yourself from consuming more garbage. All right, so those are some of the strategies I wanted to list today so that you can fight the social media algorithm that's trying to get you every day, suck some time off of you, make some money off of you, and do that while not going completely monk style, abandoning everything. All right, try to find a balance. Hopefully, it helps you gain back control of your time, improve your life a bit. Thanks so much for staying with me. Drop a comment. I actually do read them and respond. And consider subscribing since I'm a small channel. You might never see me again if you don't. This is Robin Mile. Peace out.